Good morning. Welcome to the forecast discussion for April 4th, 2013. It's currently 11 a.m. Temperatures are warming up nicely into the mid to upper 30s over the northern interior and upper 30s to lower 40s along the coast. We're going to be warming up into the lower to mid 50s throughout much of the Philadelphia and New York City metropolitan area by this afternoon, providing some tranquil and slightly more comfortable weather conditions, certainly better than the past 2 days, where we'll be warming up to only slightly below normal rather than well below normal. Taking a look at the radar, you can see a storm is brewing over the southeast. Now, much of this moisture is going to remain to the south of the Philadelphia and New York City metropolitan area. By tomorrow, though, some of this rain will push into southern and central New Jersey, producing as much as an inch of rain tomorrow morning. This all will exit out of here by tomorrow evening. So if you have any plans, say going to a Mets game, Phillies game, Yankee game, whatever games out there, Blue Hawks, whatever, basically the rain will be clearing out and drying conditions will take hold by tomorrow evening. But tomorrow morning's rush hour should be rather nasty, with periods of rain for the Philadelphia metropolitan area. For the New York City metropolitan area and points north and west, more of a scattered shower scenario here. Not much in the way of any heavy rainfall, but you could see some light to moderate rainfall with some of the scattered showers tomorrow morning. Again, everyone dries out by tomorrow afternoon. Now you can see on the infrared satellite picture, here's our low pressure system developing at the surface. This is the upper level low, and we have our strong upper level low around the Canadian Maritimes. And what's going to happen is that this whole storm is going to move from west to east. So we're going to get clipped by the northern edge of this storm, but really for the most part we'll miss the brunt of the moderate to heavy rainfall. Again, right along the New Jersey coast, right along, let's say from Monmouth County on south through Atlantic and Cape May County. That's where you'll see the potential for a half an inch to an inch of rain. As you move further north and west, drop off significantly in rainfall down to less than a tenth of an inch over northeastern Pennsylvania and Connecticut. Meanwhile, right around New York City and Philadelphia, looking at anywhere from a quarter to a half an inch of rain for tomorrow morning into early tomorrow afternoon. Using the European model guidance from the Penn State UL website, you can see our disturbance this evening organizing and catching up to our surface low. Now, the idea here is that this high pressure system continues to shift off the coast and out into the Atlantic. This low pressure system tracks towards the Delaware coastal waters and then shoots to the east northeast, well to the east of New Jersey. So again, for today, increasing clouds. By tomorrow morning, periods of rain, especially right along the New Jersey coast. More scattered showers as you move more north and west. All of this exits out by tomorrow evening, looking for temperatures anywhere from the mid to upper 50s for highs. By the time we get into Friday evening, high pressure will be in control. Our area low pressure system well out into the Atlantic. Dry conditions in place for Friday evening with basically tranquil weather conditions and temperatures pretty much closer to near normal. Now, this upper level low here is going to be key to the forecast moving on forward, especially for next week. For the weekend, high pressure will be in control. Rather comfortable weather conditions can be expected for Saturday and Sunday. Saturday will warm up into the upper 50s to lower 60s. Sunday, lower to mid 60s. Now, the question going forward is that with this upper level low here, if it shifts towards the Canadian Maritimes like this, then what happens is that a warm front that will be approaching on Wednesday will stall. And that's going to lead to rather wet conditions for Wednesday. Now, backtrack a little bit. Monday and Tuesday will be warming up. The storm track is well to the north and west of the Philadelphia and New York City metropolitan area. And that, of course, means scattered cloud cover and temperatures warming up into the lower to mid 60s throughout the region. If this storm track is a little bit further north and west, like the GFS is showing, we're looking at temperatures in the mid 60s to lower 70s. Right now, I'm not buying into it just yet because the GFS basically tries to phase this and this together into one deep trough over the west and a very, very large impressive ridge over the east. However, right now, I'm staying away from that scenario because it really doesn't have a lot of support. And it looks like the GFS is producing one of its typical errors of trying to phase heavy disturbance in North America into one location. So for now, I'm staying away from that solution. And you can see the result of that by the time we get into Tuesday and Wednesday. This upper level low here basically leads to a lot of convergence and confluence aloft, which basically means high pressure is going to be able to nose in over New England. And when you have a warm front, supported by this storm here, trying to drive north into this high pressure system here, what you end up with is a rather wet scenario for the Philadelphia and New York City metropolitan areas for Wednesday. We're looking at scattered showers, possibly periods of heavier rain. We'll have to see exactly how this warm front sets up. But you can see the scenario here at 850 millibars and 700 millibars, where moisture from the Gulf of Mexico streams northward, rides along this warm front here, and we end up with periods of rain. We're on the warm side of this warm front, but still periods of rain, overcast skies, and temperatures basically rising into the lower to mid 60s. If this upper level low is not as strong, and let's say it's a little bit further north or a little bit further north and west, then this warm front will be able to shift further north, and this whole setup here shifts more towards New England, which means New England gets a cool, wet day on Wednesday, but we warm up into the lower to mid 70s as the GFS is suggesting. So we'll have to watch to see how exactly this whole scenario evolves for next week. We could end up being near normal with rain, or well above normal by 10 degrees with sky cloud cover. So I'm sure many of you are hoping for a nice little deep storm here, and this ending up weaker and thus a warmer scenario overall. I just want to go over real fast because I know that we have a new setup here at NY and JPA Weather. For all you premium members, if you go here, this is where all your premium discussions are. And there's plenty of them, okay? For public forecast discussions like this video, go right on the landing page here, or go to public discussions right here. We also have a sports section for all you baseball fans out there to go over all the weather impacts. Like, for example, the winds are from the southwest, so that means that the winds will blow out of the stadium rather than in, for example. Now, also, I have a new affiliate program, so if you want to, kind of cash in a little bit on the premium membership scenario here, again, it's only $10 a month. You, as an affiliate member, though, get half of that if you put this link on your website. You can make some money. And also, we have a new merchandise store, which is pretty cool. I just started out. We have a mug here, a men's t-shirt, women's t-shirt. It's pretty cool. So if you like to check that out, you're more than welcome to. And that is pretty much the forecast discussion for today. Of course, here's the affiliate sign up. Again, for the most part, we're definitely moving towards a warmer weather pattern. One that will definitely bring much happier scenarios for many of you out there looking to have some outdoor scenarios and have outdoor plans. So, I'm your meteorologist, Stephen DiMartino. You can follow the latest weather information at nynjpaweather.com and nynjpaweather on Twitter and Facebook. Have a wonderful day. Stay safe out there.